Look at this. This is absolutely bonkers. Look at the amount of XP laying around here from these trees. What is happening? I'm being devoured. Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of Infinity Evolved Expert Mode here on the FTOG server. You guys saw that crazy amount of XP, guys. Look at my levels. I'm at 64 levels. I harvested charcoal twice today because I want to get on top of filling my cache that I set up for charcoal, and I was making a ton of salad this morning on top of it. I think close to 30 stacks again and stuff like that, just so everything is full, because yesterday in the live stream, we redid the machines in this room. And here it is. This is what it looks like now. I love it. I'm so happy how this turned out. It's better than what I envisioned when I made it. Better. It turned out better than what I planned when I wanted to set these up. And I want to put away the charcoal. This is from one harvest, guys. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24, 36, 38, 40, 41 and a little bit stacks of charcoal from one harvest of the spruce that we have down there. That is absolutely bonkers. I'm not going to complain because, well, I'd rather go down there every once in a while. And look at this. Now I'm at... Ooh, that's an ugly number. Let's get the rest in here. That should last me a few days, hopefully. 7,500 charcoal, and here's my salad. 4,000 salad now. So check it out. I wanted to have these different crafting stations, okay? And some people asked in the stream also, it's like, so what did you build the red room for? Because the red room is still empty, right? I always planned on having the machines down here that I use for manuals. So if I need to make some casings or some iron plates or cables and so on, I'm just going to walk over here and use the metal former and make it, right? The red room upstairs is for ore processing, automations, the big machines, and so on. So don't worry. We're going to fill that room up there pretty to the rim. I'm sure of it. But let me walk you through here real quick. We got the 4 generators here. And of course, they are feeding into this MFE. The cache here goes from behind, which you can see, but there's a transfer node just feeding all 4 of these generators. Well, actually, we can see it right there. Uh-oh, lag spike. Come back to me, game. Thank you. So there's nothing much going on in here, right? It's just very simple, but I wanted it to be looking nice and tucked away. And the cool thing is, this is only 40 EU, right? I can put another 4 over here comfortably, and so on. And then, during the stream, you know, everybody's given their input and so on, but Glitch said, try to have these blocks right there with the glass, and I love it. I'm so happy how that turned out. It's really cool. And then over here we have, you know, salad production right there. Put it in there. And that feeds these 2 culinaries from behind. And that feeds this basic capacitor, and the cable again, oh, don't break it, goes underneath the floor to this station, and also the lasers in the back. And the EU cable just runs underneath here into the middle of this thing here. And you guys can see this is what it looks like on the inside. Oh yeah, and check it out. The lever here works. This is the actual kinetic generator. You guys remember that it has the passive draw. And I can actually, if I turn it on, you see now it connected. And the generators, I bet you, kicked in. Yep, because it's drawing power right now. So that's really cool. And because I'm super rich, right? I decided to put MFEs everywhere. As I can't even say that with a straight face. These are not MFE, guys. These are stone slabs painted as MFE. And these right here, even though, check it out. You guys see on Wayla, it shows MFE. 0 of 100,000. These are not MFEs. They're actually item buffers. I didn't want to... I was first thinking of using caches and so on. Or we had the chest and it just didn't fit. And then... we decided to try to paint the item buffers, and it works. So now the item buffer here, you know, automatically outputs, pushes to the right into the induction furnace. And the induction furnace has a ejector upgrade pushing into the carpenter safe. And the outputs, we made all carpenter safes, which you can then simply, you know, put a laboratory block on it, because you have a little indicator here on how full it gets. So I'm using these as my output, and I really love it. I love how this came together. I'm super happy about it. And yeah, we got, you know, the furnace and the macerator, and in between here is a transfer node that I can turn off and on with this lever. So if I just want to macerate something, I don't want to go in the furnace, guess what? I flip the lever like it is right now, and it will stay in there. And over here, again, just an... Oh yeah, this is the item buffer. So if I want to macerate more items or something, like if I want to process, you know, 9 stacks of iron or something because I need it, I can put it in here, and then the finished product will come out here if I turn the lever off. All right, and then over here we got our thermal expansion section, magma crucible, fluid transposer, induction smelter, and energetic infuser. This one pushes into that one, and that's it. I don't even have any output set up for these because I won't make that much with them. Over here, I have just the pulverizer and the redstone furnace. Again, they are not automated or anything because I won't use them that much. Besides, actually, I did. Wait, I forgot. There's the item buffer, and there's an item buffer. Yes, this buffer pushes into the pulverizer, pushes into this one, pushes into that redstone furnace, and then it comes out here. And I tried something which I don't understand why it doesn't work. The redstone mode here. When you set this to never active, I put a cobblestone in, it comes out as sand and still gets pushed over into the redstone furnace. So I don't know, apparently you cannot disable the item buffers with a lever or something. It's a little bit dark here. I might have to add some hidden lighting here. And then here we have a sawmill, again with input and output. And on the back side, we have these two. This is the glacial precipitator. Output goes in here if I need a lot of ice or something. And this is the igneous extruder going into here. And here I can just change the lava drum if I pretty much use this for obsidian, right? And the tank in here, this is a reservoir, keeps these two full with water. And I think it looks really cool having this there like that. It almost looks like an elevator, but you can't walk in. All right, and then we have this is the Ender IO forestry section, I'm gonna call it. We got the rock crusher. I decided, because I have 9 input and 9 output, there's nothing pushing in or out for now. We'll leave it like it is. And then down here I have, these are actually indicators where the machine outputs to, okay? So the painting machine outputs into this one, the sag mill outputs into that one, and the alloy smelter outputs into that one. And we also have this right here, the item buffer, and that is input for the sag mill. Like if I need a lot of silicon, you know, I can put 9 stacks of sand in here or something and get a bunch of silicon that way. On the back side, we have the 3 rolling machines. I have another one, but I only needed 3 for now. That's all I'm going to use. Like, I'm going to set this one up probably for regular rails, this one for the advanced rails, and then this one probably for high-speed rails or something like that. And over here, we got the thermionic fabricator with a carpenter next to it. I also set up the moistener. I have it in case I need it again. Again, these two are being automatically fed by this reservoir. And then I also have a transfer pipe, a liquid transfer pipe down here, feeding into this vat. So if I need to make more hooch to get into here and then make more of this rocket fuel, you know, I can set this up again. But this is enough plastic sheets for a long time. And, oh yeah, and the lasers, of course. These are very compact. All the cabling is hidden in these blocks. You know, they're all covers. And instead of having the ugly chest here, I put an item buffer in here, and I tested it. They can both automatically input into the item buffer. So that works. It's a little dark here, isn't it? I'm going to have to add some kind of a lighting. Not too happy about this, but I love the room the way it turned out, guys. And now before, I was going to show you the bees again in the beginning of the episode, but I really want to make a grafter that lasts longer. I'm tired of having to make grafters. So I want to make the mana steel grafter, right? And I did say I want to get started with more magic today. And I think my first goal of today's episode is I want to make a mana tablet. Okay, so I can, for example, repair my boots that I'm wearing with the feather falling automatically, and then we can use, you know, cobble stick, dirt stick, And you know, all these goodies that I really want to get going. But you guys see, the recipe is a little bit different. We still need the runes, so we're going to have to set up a runic altar. And then we also have to get started with blood magic today, because we're going to need 2 reinforced slates. And we also have to do some Thaumcraft to get the warded jars. And I believe this one is tier 2. I haven't researched that, that's why it doesn't show me. And it might be that in order to make these, we might even need some witchery item. So we might also have to get started with that. But we're going to get started with the runic altar first. And I should have everything in here. Let's see here. I did not prepare anything for that because most of the stuff is going to be quite easy. So we're going to need 5 living rock. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm going to take all of these with me today because we might need more. I got all these mana pearls out of the runic dungeon. Living rock. Let's just take, yeah, sure. Let's take 31 with me. And then we'll head upstairs and do that. But let me make it, where's my hole? There's my hole. Let me go ahead and sleep real quick to make it day. And come on. There we go. This is my hidden bed right there. I think I've shown you guys that before. And I still don't have anything going on in this room. And I need to fly up to the mountaintop for now. I still haven't figured out where I want to put the actual, whatchamacallit, elevator or access or whatever it is to get up here. So we have 1 runic altar. Now the runic altar is gonna need to be fed by that. I think we're gonna put it, let's put it right here in the middle. And I'm going to need to get 2 gold. Oh, my hand was on the wrong keys. Let's get 2 gold. Do I have any petals? I do. Let's get 2 of you. And then, of course, we need some living wood. It's wood, not planks, right? I can never remember. And I think I need, what is that? 3, 6, 12. That should be enough. And there is everything. So let's make 2 mana spreaders. Whip, whip. And like this. Cool. Then let me get my wand out of here. And we're going to set these guys up. 1 right there and 1 right there. And we're going to have this 1 point here. And we're going to have this 1 point there. Very cool. So that is done. Now I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to need to put some charcoal over there. So top these off again. I'm going to show you guys how I make 1 rune. And that is it. The other ones I'm going to make off camera. Because, well, that's just, it's always the same thing. But I wanted to show you guys one. Let's take the rune of air. Alright, I'm gonna need 3 mana steel, 1 air shard, a string, a feather, and a carpet. Alright, we're gonna get started with making a bunch of mana steel first. Let's see here. You usually can only make half a stack at a time, and the rest you pick up if you take 64. But this way, now we got 64. And, well, that's trying somewhat a quarter pool, I'm gonna say. Let's see. A little bit more. But I just put some charcoal over here. So, like I said, I'm going to show you guys how to make one of them. Now, there's 2 different ways. You can either put the item on your bar and right-click it. And it places it there. But what I like to do is just stand near it and then press Q, Q, Q. Now, I put 3 mana steel here. It just makes it faster for me. And I already have 1 of those. 1 air shard, 1 carpet, 1 feather. And I noticed this, guys. You don't need to right-click it anymore to get it started. You used to have to right-click it to get it started. Now it does it automatically. Just like the alchemical brewery or whatever it's called from Botania. And then when it's done... Why is there a red X? Now can I right-click this? No, you still... Oh yes, now you can right-click them. Interesting. And then you whack it and now we got... Ooh, look at that. Right-click with an empty hand. Oh my god, that is awesome. Vasky, you rule! I did not know about that. That makes making runes so much quicker. But you guys see how to make them now. And you get 3 of this. And I'm going to make 5 sets of everyone. So I'm going to end up with 15 runes of air, 15 earth, 15 mana, 15 fire, and 15 water. Because I just, you know, guys, I always craft in bulk. Because we're gonna need runes many times throughout this series. So I might as well get it out of the way. And this way is just beautiful. I love it. And I'll be back when I got all these runes crafted. So I got 15 water, fire, earth, and air. And now it is time that the cross mod recipes are starting. And that is for the Rune of Mana, right there. We're gonna need to make some balance shards now, which means we need to get further into Thaumcraft. I knew that it's gonna happen sooner or later. Let's put this right there. And I prepared a little water hole here, endless water source. And guess what, guys? This time I'm not gonna forget to put the World in Action upgrade. Oh, yeah. Alright, and... Did I order that cauldron? I think I did. There we go. Let's put that cauldron right there. And whack it with the wand. And now we made a crucible, and you see it automatically fills. And like a noob, I forgot to put some fire underneath it. And we're going to use night ore. You can put lava or burning netherrack or something, but I have 4 of these night ore from dungeon chests. And, well, they don't put anything on fire, which is perfect for up here. So I put that underneath there. It's a really good heat source. And we should see it bubbling here very shortly. Now, there's something about the crucible that some people don't know, so I'm going to run it by you. When you put too many ingredients in here, okay, and you don't use them up, you start building up flux. And then you can have the spillage where this purple stuff comes out and it spills out either around it or you get a cloud going up and so on. And you can, I think, ultimately even damage your biome and turn it into a taint biome or whatever. But there's a trick. And if you don't give it any blocks around it, so no block above it, none to the sides, and so on, then nothing can get spilled. Okay? And the way we're going to do that, and I also need to close it right here, I think. So check it out. What we're going to do here is we're going to put 3 covers right there. 1, 2, 3. So now these blocks are taken up. We got the stairs next to it. And we got the stuff behind it. And now we just pretty much need to put... And I saw these from TJ's. He used some iron strips around it, which just makes the thing look a lot nicer, right? So now we have the block space on top taken. And we can also put some right here, something like that. And I probably like it better if I'm even gonna make some nooks out of these. And put those in the corners there, like that. I might replace this later on with like warded stone or something, but I think for now it's good. And now if I'm not wrong, thinking wrong here, we have... Wait a second, I need one on the side. I still have an air spot here. This one in the front is taken up by these 2 nooks. So, can we... Just like that. Now, do I still need one in this here? Well, let's just close it off. It doesn't hurt. Rather too much than get the purple madness going here. Let's put another nook here. And there. So now for sure we got everything. We got the blocks above, in front, and everywhere. So that is cool. Everything is taken up. And now we can start making these balance shards. Now the balance shards is... The way you make them is you need to drop... You need to get 5 aspects, okay? The primal aspects. And then the ones that you don't have in here is where you're gonna throw the shard. Okay, you guys see there's no air here, and that's why they're throwing air. And you can mix them whatever you want. Whichever you... It doesn't matter, you're gonna need 1 of every one of them because they all give you 2. But you see, they also give us... Precantatio and... what's the gem one called? I forgot what the name is of it. It doesn't matter. But that's the one that... You would also accumulate here, and then we start getting flux. So let's just do it like this. We're gonna put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then, oh, there we go. We got one of them. It's probably easier if I'm standing somewhat on top of it. But there we go. And I just need to keep going. Give it a second. And there's the second one. Again, it doesn't matter which order you do them as long... I always like to wait just a split second in the end before I throw in the actual product that binds them together. See, and I'm going to show you we're going to go the other way. Oh, no. Now I messed it up. Oh, maybe if I throw 2 of each. 4 and 5. Alright, good. Didn't mess it up. Woohoo! Alright, so now we got 5 of these balance shards. And we can come over here and go ahead and craft this up now. So again, 1, 2, 3. 1. And what was the other stuff? Oh yes, I also need 1 of the mana pearls. And I need to make some mana quartz. I think you throw this in here. Yes. And we also need some mana diamonds. And let's get all this off the bar so I can get this back here and that. So now we got everything but the diamond and the quartz. Alright, there it goes. So let me make these 5 sets. And what else do we need? Yes, then we're gonna go for the... Well, actually, we can find out real quick how much research I need to do for that. Let me send this back. I don't need it anymore. The rest I'll keep. Let's get our Thaumanomicon out real quick. And we're gonna need the scribing tools. I think I have paper, yes. And the Thaumanomicon, because I have not shown you guys how to do research, even though I did a little bit of research off camera, because it takes a long time. But I wanted to show you guys one research, at least in case you are new to Thaumcraft, on how to do it. So the stuff I researched was Node Preserver, Master Node Tapping, and Research Expertise, and the Deconstruction Table. But the Deconstruction Table is actually... It's not expensive, but it's definitely a different recipe than what we're used to. And I might make one of these here when I start running low on stuff. But let's figure out where the jars are going to be. Yes, they should be under alchemy. And we're going to have to go over here. I think that's them right there. So we're actually going to need to research Nitor and Elementum, because I'm going to need these 2 to get to this one. And because I have paper, you guys see I'm down to 28 and the scribing tools. And I got 2 research nodes here now. Let me just finish this one up. So I can start the next one while we do this. And then you come over to your research table. And you drop one of them in there. So let's start with the Elementum. And you see you need to go from Potentia to Ignis. We need to connect these 3 here somehow. Or you can go up however you want to go, as long as you connect everyone that is on these pages. So what we need to find is common elements from this to the next one. So let's take a look at Potentia right here. You guys see that it's made of Ordo and Ignis. And now what you can do, for example, is take an Ordo... and you just drag it over here and let go. You see how you have a little scribbly line there, a white one? If you have that, you know it is connecting. Now, the next one you can go, for example, you find something that has Ordo. For example, we can go with Instrumentum. That one has Ordo also. So we put this one here, and because it has the same element as this is, it connects. And now what does, for example, Instrumentum and Ignis have in common? I know what I'm going to use, but you see right there, Tellum. That has both Instrumentum and Ignis, because that's how you combine it. And when you drag this in here, now it connected this, because I hope it makes sense. I hope I do a good job explaining this. So we get this one, and you just right-click it. And now we learned that, and you're going to have a blinky thing over here on Alchemy. And now you can actually take a look on how you make Elementum. That is a fuel that makes the alchemical furnace, I think that's what it's called, something like that, burn much hotter and longer. So you actually get the elements when you break down things quicker. Let's do another one together. And that is the Nitor research. So let's find out what the Lux is made out of. It's made out of air and Ignis. So it's probably, because we're going for Ignis, you probably want to go with air over here first. And then the next one we could use, for example, I passed it, it's right, Aurum, right there. Aurum also has air. And actually, I think this one is one of the ones you cannot do in 3 steps. You're going to have to do it in 4, and I'll show you how to do that. So, but let's pull the Aurum right here. And that one I showed you has Precantatio. So what we can do over here is get Precantatio, which has vacuous and potentia, and we'll put this, check it out. If I put it here, it connects to that, but it doesn't connect to the last one. It does not complete the research. But because I know that Precantatio has potentia in it, and potentia is made out of ignis, we can take that one. You see that right there? And you either drag it here or down there, and now it connected, and we got the night tour going. And, you know, just because things are getting bigger later on, you know, some of these research notes are huge. Actually, Mike gave me 2 of them. Let me get those real quick. Because he already had them and he did not want to throw them away. I just want to show you guys how big they can get. But the principle is almost the same when it comes to connecting these. Let's see this one. This one, for example, I have 3, but this one is an easy one. All right, there we go. Now they're getting bigger. I think there's one size bigger for the really complex stuff where you have like, I think I've seen 6 of these that you need to connect. And they go from all the way from the corner, so you're gonna need more things to connect them. But we got lots of things to do, and I don't want to spend too much time doing research on camera. I hope that I explained it well. If not, please let me know in the comments, guys, because I don't mind taking some extra time in the next episode or whatever to show it again how it works. But anyways, so now we're gonna get the essentia distillation. Wow, tough word there for me. And that one has 3. All right, so. Right, I think that Precantatio is a good starting point. So let's go ahead and get the vacuous. No, wait a second. What Precantatio is made out of vacuous? Yes, there we go. You gotta take the building blocks of it. So let's go ahead and take vacuous and pull that up here. And then vacuous is air and DTO and famis, however you pronounce that, is vacuous and that's victus, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Cool. And then from here, oh yes, now we can do victus, of course. Where's victus? Victus, right there, because that one, check it out. Where is what is the name of the thing here? This one has victus in it, plus air. So it's quite hard. I have to say it's quite hard to get started with Thaumcraft because, you know, it's probably hard to remember what is made out of what. But if you just scan through this, you know, go backwards, see what this one is made up, see what this one is made up, and then take those 2 and find, hey, is anything of those in common? I don't know. It's probably hard. There is a lot of help out there in the internet that you can find, websites and so on, to help you with this. And over here, we're going to go with Aurum. And then again with air. And after a while, you know, when you do it a couple of times, you kind of get the hang of it. You're like, ah, yeah, I remember this one has that and this one has that. For example, you see here, Tempestus. That's the one we researched in that special episode when I made it. Where we didn't have anything to scan. You needed to combine those 2. So if you remember little things like that, and you see, you know, oh, air and aqua, and bam, it is in between, and you got this one done. Now, let's see. Now that should have been done. And now, this one here, we automatically got by researching this one, okay? And then there's other ones like these that have that, what do you call that, hexagon? In the square ones, you need to do the research game. Round ones, you're given for free. And the hexagon ones here, you don't need to do the research. You just need to have those aspects right there. You see, we need 6 vacuous, 3 aqua, and 3 perdicio. And if you have those, which we do if you look in the research table, you can just click on it. And now you learned it. It took those, deducted it, and we got it. And we can do the same over here because I know we're going to go that way. I'm going to get this one. And that's where I'm going to leave it for now. We don't... Actually, I think we need to do the alchemical centrifuge to get the things over here. But we're working on the mana tablet, and now we can do water jars and labels. Oh, this is hard to see. Ah, because it's mana glass paints. So now we need to make 2 of these, and I'm just going to switch my thing over here real quick. All this doing, it could have been a lot further already. But that's alright, at least you don't lose anything. Check it out, by the way. You guys see this with the spectacle on? How many of my leaves mutated? It's really a bummer. I don't know how. Maybe I didn't see it until today, but even when I take them off, I can really tell some of the mutated leaves now. Check this out. I haven't had bees in my base for a couple of weeks now. I took them down a long time ago. 1 week before we got started with the blue room, I took them out, right? But I'm still getting a lot of things that are getting mutated now. So I don't know if somebody maybe in the area is doing it or not. But anyways, so let me order some mana glass. Let's go with 12. Yes, that should be enough. And let's get some slabs. Let's get 12 of these also. We'll figure it out. And let's make some of these water jars. We're going to need a lot of them. A lot of them eventually. So let's get these. And it's just a U shape like this with slabs on top. I thought. Maybe not. What? Oh, this needs to be great wood slab. That is different. Okay. I did not know that. Hopefully I have some great wood available. Let's throw this back. Oh, actually. And these are panes. Yeah, throw them back too. We don't need them right now. And let's see if I have any great wood available. I do. Perfect. Let's just get... Actually... Let's get 3 of these, plus these 3. I want to make as many as I can. It's only enough for 4, so it's really not much. Alright, let's break this guy up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see here, it costs us 1.1. Why does it cost 1.1 if it says here 1? It's because we're using a really cheap wand. And you guys see this here? It has a penalty. It says 110% average V's cost. And that's why we're paying 1.1. 10% more of 1 is 0.1. So that's why we're getting the cost higher than it says in the book. Later on, we're going to have better wands, better armor, and so on. And then we actually get a V's discount. Okay, so now that we got these, we're going to have to get started with blood magic, because we're gonna need to make those slates. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to prepare a little area over there real quick, because it's gonna need a lot of room. Oh, yes, let me check something here real quick. The alchemical... No, it's something brewery. Brewery. There. What is this gonna cost us here? It's gonna cost us 111 and a block of mana steel. And I think we're gonna make this because I would like to make some incense sticks. Easy to make. And easy to make. Yeah, I'm gonna get everything together and we'll make back, because these incense sticks give you 30 minutes buff. And I'm trying to get regen going, and then I'm hoping that when I put on that amulet that I have, this one right here. Come on. Night, Blaze, Healing. This one right there gives me a very small regen buff, okay? You guys are going to see it right there. Regeneration. Endless, but it's free. I don't need to do anything. And I'm hoping that I can get an incense stick possibly going, and then actually stack that, because that would make, you know, blood magic a lot easier for us. Oh yeah, and by the way, the rune of mana, you only get 1. You don't get 3%. Anyways, guys, let me get everything together, and then we'll get started with blood magic. So, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to actually do anything in blood magic today, because I saw that there's another rabbit hole. But I wanted to show you guys the blood magic area that we prepared last night in a live stream. I wanted it to be bright and different from my past blood magic areas, where I usually just had, you know, like nether brick or very dark and gloomy and so on. So this is what we came up with. All these pulsating, they're whatever they're called, Natura blocks or something like that. Those are all going to be runes eventually, okay? So they are actually not part of the design. They're just placeholders. And we also have a big basement right here where I'm going to be able to use for rituals or whatever I want to put here, like the Well of Suffering. But, like I said, I don't think we're going to be able to get into blood magic itself, because we have to do witchery first. Because I did not check the blood altar recipe, and that requires witchery altars and also the attune stone, which is from Witchery, where you need a whiff of magic, and so on. And for example, the first item that we need to make from Witchery is the Witch's Oven. Okay, and then we also need a bunch of these clay jars. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to go back to Botania here for a second, and then also Thaumcraft to make parts for that Witch's Oven. And then also the Blood Magic Altar. I want to do them at the same time almost if possible. So the first thing I want to do is make a Clayconia. The Clayconia is so you can make clay on the go. You guys see I made a whole stack of sand right here. I pilled it up. And as soon as I place down this Clayconia here, it's going to take the mana and it's going to transform a piece of sand into a clay ball. You guys are going to see that right there. And it's just very convenient if you make a tower like this, instead of placing them and then, you know, it can just go nuts, and that's going to give us enough clay balls for all the clay jars we need. And I like looking at this. I think it's awesome. Alright, so here we go. Oh, wow. It gave me 3 sand. How is that possible? Those are falling blocks. Weird. Anyways, we got it. And the other thing we need to do is actually make some things here in Thaumcraft. And that is for this alchemical furnace, which I did research. Let me show you. It's under alchemy. And I think it is part of the yeah, right there. This essential distillation. We actually did that together yesterday. Or my time yesterday. Sorry, guys. For you was 2.5 minutes ago or something like that. Alright, so I'm gonna need 2 crucibles. So let's make these first. I did bring cauldrons, so 1, 2. And I also started a magic bag just to have it separated a little bit. So we got these 2. And now let's put this together. Look one more time. Alright, the furnaces are in the... Oh, I gotta make the arcane stones first. I forgot about them. These are these right here. That, can I shift click? Ooh, I can. Sweet. That's how you make them with living rocks, smooth stone, and we're gonna need 16 altogether, so that comes out perfectly. And now let's go ahead and make 2 of these. 1, 2. Alright. Because the first thing we're gonna make is a witch's oven right here. That's like the first thing you need to do. And for that, we need all this. I got the iron bar. I need to get 2 pieces of mana steel. Oh no, it used the wrong shards. Ah well, bummer. Let me get... That's what I get for shift clicking. Let me get 2 of these. And I can send... Hello, switch, thank you. Get this and send these 2 back. I don't need them anymore. We have to make one of these fire crystal clusters, I think. That's what they're called, yeah, right there. And now I should be able... to make that. Here we go. Here's our witch's oven. And this one I'm gonna need for the actual altar later. Right there. That's why I made 2 of them. So I have 1 in spare and I can put this away for now. And the cauldron... I don't know why I brought that. We'll see in a second. Let me also put this wand away. And now let's go over to the new witchery area. I didn't do much. Just prepared a little bit of an area where we can set up some of the machines, and I got 2 of each of these plants. These are all witchery plants. They give us all this stuff here: the water artichoke, wolfsbane, belladonna, wormwood, mandrake, icy needles, and garlic. I think this one and this one we don't need until much later. But hey, they're here, they're ready to go. And I think we're gonna put this witch's oven... I can always move it. Let's just put it right here. And let's give it some fuel. And I also put in 2 furnaces right here. The nether furnaces, because they look better. And I did not put a crafting table here. That's alright. I got my halo. How do I make these... Do I make them like this? No. How do I make these clay jars? Right there. Clay jar. Okay, so like that. Good. Let's make all of them, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook them up. Half a stack here, and half a stack there. So let's go back to the altar. And we need Alright, what do we need? We need Breath of the Goddess and Exhale of the Horned One, and we also, of course, need the wood. And in order to get these trees, they're all around spawn because people have been planting them. But I want to show you guys, you know, how we can actually make those ourselves, and that is with this Mutandis here, which requires a Witch's Cauldron. That's what I brought the cauldron for. A Mandrake Root, Exhale of the Horned One, and an egg. Okay, this one we get from oak saplings. So I think we're going to start with the oak saplings first. I should have a few. Let's just go. Oh, I forgot. What are these things here? How can I make these? We should totally make 2 of these fume funnels and filtered fume. Because when you put these fume funnels around the witch's oven, you get a better return. So I'm just gonna need a gazillion iron, it looks like, right? And some lava. Iron, lava, glowstone. Alright, let me order this here real quick and get it ready. I think I got everything on me for these 2 funnels. I actually prepared this right here, but didn't even need it. So that is 1... Actually, I can take all of these. Right there. There's 1. Oh, you get the buckets back. Well, the lava bucket, I should say. Alright. There's a lot of iron plates I needed for these buckets. So, and then these guys here, you put down right next to it and they connect. And I think both of them, or one of them, increases your chance to get fumes by 30% or something like that. And I think you can put more on it for speed, but only 2 will actually work with the upgrade part, if that makes any sense. So you're gonna get an extra 60% or something to collect fumes and the speed, so you could put, I think, another 1 behind it or something, just to get the extra speed, but it's not that slow by default. So alright, so let's get some oak saplings here, because that is what we wanted. Let's see if 20 of them are gonna be enough for now. Hello, there we are. And I can send these guys back. So you drop these in here, and you guys are gonna see this cook up. And then we get, I think, the ash or something here. Wood ash. And we have a chance to get one of these fumes. Which with 2 funnels I thought is gonna be a little bit higher. Really? Come on, give us some. Oh man, I must be really unlucky. So for the tombstone, we're gonna need Whiff of Magic, which is the rowan sapling. So we definitely need to get into the trees first. And Breath of the Goddess. So what was it again for the... Let's just do Mutandis. For the Mutandis, I needed the Exhale of the Horned One, which is the oak sapling. I needed Mandrake Root and egg. Alright. Let me get some egg. Whoops, wrong one. Alright, yeah, let's just make 20. And do I have any mandrake in here? I do have 4. Alright, let's get these out. Like that. And let's go over here and get a few more. Mandrake is this one here, right? Yes. No, that's the artichoke. Where's the mandrake? Which one are you? Are you the mandrake? Yes. And it looks like when you use them on the crop sticks, by the way, that you don't get these little annoying dudes that run around your feet and aggravate you. Okay, there's 4 perfect 2020. And oh, this makes a 6. Okay, and hopefully we got some of the stuff yet. All right, there's 8. Okay, I'm just gonna let this cook. And now my question is, oh yes, we need to make that Witch's Cauldron. And that one is made with the, how do you spell this? Anointing paste? There we go. This thing right there we need to make. Which is just 4 seeds. Okay. The 4 main witchery seeds. Let's see if I have any of them. I do not. Okay, I have the water artichoke. Is that really it? How is it possible that I have not gotten any of these seeds with the amount of grass breaking that I have done? The snowbell seed. I need... No. Yeah, this comes from... There is no way that you need to breed this. I don't think you do. Alright, so what I need to do is get my Horn of the Wild out. Where is it? And... It shouldn't be that hard to find, come on. There it is. And let's get the glider. And I'm gonna go head down here into the plains area. Actually, we can just go right down here. It doesn't really matter. Next to the railroad track. And I'm just gonna run around and break grass. Alright, so I give up on trying to find these seeds in the wild. I was out there for quite some time. I got hundreds of seeds and flowers now. It's really bonkers, but no luck whatsoever on getting those 3 other seeds. It shows in any eye that they have, you know, a 1% drop chance or something, but I really doubt that they drop. I'm not sure. Maybe I just have really bad luck. So I got these, and now all I need is the icy needle, right? I'm gonna spread it to there. Come on. Do it. Thank you. And I'm just gonna actually get one more, because I do want to fill that hole back there. So I can break this one and it can by itself, because I want to... Oops. What? Why am I stuck here? Put it back there, one of them. There we go. So these will spread by themselves again, and we should have everything we'll need. And now the question is, when I put them in here, is there order? So water, mandrake, belladonna. Oh, did I really just drop them? Alright. Water, mandrake, and icy. Cool, it gives it to me. It doesn't. So the recipe is actually incorrect, the one I showed you guys. This is the actual recipe. And the way I fixed that is, when you are in single player, you can type MT space reload. That reloads the Mind Tweaker recipes, and apparently there's, for some reason, this one recipe seems to be causing problems. And if you play on a server, you need to tell one of the admins to run this command on the server, and that reloaded the recipes for me. So now I should be able to craft this one, but apparently I need to put this all in by hand. Hopefully the order of the seeds don't matter. Let's see if it now works. No. Alright, this is water artichoke. There we go. Finally! And now I believe the witch's cauldron. I need the cauldron. I don't remember how you make one of these, but it might be... Let's put this down here. And I brought a night ore, because I'm hoping that the night ore will work as a heat source for it. So I don't need to have any flames here, but we'll see in a second. Let's put this on there with the anointing paste. You right click it, and we got one. Sweet. So let's put some water in here. Oh, this can take multiple buckets. Alright. How about 4? No. Alright. So what were we doing with this again? Ah, yes. The Mutandis. There we go. Which needed 111. Okay, so let's try this out. If I know how to use the thing. Is this gonna be bubbling too? I don't know. I'm wondering if it maybe not accepts the night ore. Let's just try it. So that is 1. Do I need to click you with it? It doesn't want to go in there. So maybe this is not bubbling, and that's a big problem, because I can't really put... Well, I guess I could. Let's just do it. So I'm gonna have to... let's see, do we want to use netherrack and a flame? Or lava? I think I'm gonna use netherrack with a flame. Let's get one. Like I said, I'm just guessing that that is what's causing the problem. We'll see in a second. So you go down there and... I should have a flint and steel. Yes, I do. Make it fire. Alright, now let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, we just... Yep, now it's bubbling. Okay, that's good to know. So the night tor does not work for Witchery, which is sad. Hopefully nothing will burn, catch on fire and stuff. So again, we need one of these. That went in there. One of this. And one of this. Now it's doing some funky stuff here. Particle effects. Oh wow, that takes all 3 buckets of water. Holy shnikes. And let me show you guys now what we use this for. And we need bone meal. Let's get a stack of bones. And that's coming all the way from the other end, so it's going to take a second to come here. There we are. And let's get a stack of bone meal. And now what you can do is, let's go right out here in the open. You put bone meal down, and then you use the mutandis. And you guys see, you can use it this on the same, but I like to just, you know, use all. There we go. We got a hawthorn sapling. And we got a dark oak sapling. And this is what we're going for. These witchery specific saplings. So I'm going to be making more and more of these mutandis now. The way you guys just saw me do it, until I have... Actually, how many are there? There is... We want to get the Spanish moss. Which, by the way, you need to make sure that when you see that grow, you need to use shears to break it, okay? If you just use your fist, you lose it. We want these 3 saplings. We're going to get some glintweed also. And possibly some ember moss. I think that is it. So, I'm going to make a bunch more. And when I get something that looks different, I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Totally forgot about these guys here. Check it out. I just took down a witchery tree and got one of these ants here that is now committing suicide, apparently. Let's see if we can get them. Ow, ow, ow. They do hurt a little bit. And they have tons of HP. Let me see if I can see it. 222 HP. But yeah, they're kind of funny. I think they give us ant twigs or something, or they have a chance of giving us that. Yeah, there we go, ant twig. Which you'll need later to craft some things. And I just finished, actually. I made 3 more sets of the mutandis. And I got this glintweed here. Let me just show you guys what that stuff looks like. And I'm actually going to leave that right here for now. Because I want this to spread. And this really spreads a lot. So, like, if I don't pay attention, this entire area is going to be filled with that very soon. Then this is the Spanish moss, which I already planted here. So it can actually grow and spread for me. So I can shear more. And then we also got this ember moss here. Which, by the way, when you walk into it, does fire damage to you. So don't do that. Oh, I broke it with my hand. You need to shear these also with the shears. My bad. So, for example, me, I can use my saw here, set it to shear mode, and then I can get them. So that's really convenient. And I took down a few of these rowan, and I just took down the first hawthorn. And that is when I got that tree end. And I actually want to plant these here real quick. I'm going to see if I can get one to grow about here. They're really tall. And this one worked. Cool, so we got this one here. Leave it there, but this one here I had a problem with. Not the alder, this guy right here, the rowan. And I wanted to show you that. And we're going to plant that one. Let's plant it right here. Because when I bone meal it, oh, now it worked. I was missing that second block every time. That was weird. So we plant this one here, and then now I also need to upgrow this guy a few times to get more saplings. Let's see what it looks like. There we go. Also nice looking tree. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and chop down a lot of stuff, make some more fumes. You guys seen me how to make fumes now. It's just different saplings or wood now. I actually have birch going right now. And then hopefully we can craft this altar here as the last thing in this episode. The last few clips I noticed when I was editing the video just now, my voice was very loud. Like, totally... I don't know what the technical term is, but like... always at max decibel, totally overcranked. And I looked at my settings and so on, and I hope I fixed it again. I'm not sure what happened, because I didn't make any changes since the recording yesterday or the live stream. So I apologize for that. Hopefully the voice is back to normal. Check it out. They spread already. They're really a weed. If you just let them sit here, they're gonna spread endless, and it's gonna fill everywhere. But it's a nice light source too. So anyways, I got everything done. Let me just show you here real quick. I got tons of these saplings now, and also wood and so on. And I cooked up. Let me show you here. This one was the one from the oak saplings. Yep. This one here was from the birch. And then the last one here, the whiff of magic, I did with the rowan saplings. So that's how I got these. And now we should have everything we'll need. We need more of these later on, but for today, I just want to make what is needed to make the blood magic altar. So just like that, here's one. And get the other water bottle up here, and two. And then we make one of these attuned stones. And we finally have our blood altar. That is awesome. It's a big step, because we only need to do that once. And now we can take this guy and put it over here, and the next episode, hopefully get started with blood magic if there's not another rabbit hole. And there it is. So that is it for today. I think we got everything done. We got a nice start on Witchery now. We continued a little bit more in Botania and also Thaumcraft, and the blood magic area is ready. Let me know how you guys like this. I kind of like these 5 lights up there. I put them up this morning because they look like in a 3D rendering program kind of thing. Like they're selected and you can just see them through. They look really, they're out of place looking, but in a good way to me. So let me know how you guys like this whole structure. These posts are the height that we needed. This is going to be the tier 4. Yes, here's going to be the beacons for tier 5. And then these posts right here are actually ready for the tier 6 altar. So everything is ready. We just have to make, a gazillion runes and upgrade the altar over time. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.